1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more person, but I will share the slide first. Okay, so while waiting for the others, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. I already shared the slide. All right. So the knowledge check. All right. There is a knowledge check there. So question 1 you already done. So you just answer whatever that you remember. All right. Question 1 you already did it. We already did it together. But what focus on, well, you just remember, put whatever that you remember. Put whatever that you remember from question 1. Question 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, yeah, the question 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try to do as much as possible and the one that you can remember. And I think to, because last time a lot of you give me karangan, right? A lot of you give me karangan. So let's try to be disciplined. All right, either the answer, let's try to limit our resources to this. So let's learn to look for resources from W3 schools or my slide. So try to refer to only these two websites, right? If you do remember, so the question I think is quite straightforward. So if you don't remember what is the different ways of defining the color white in CSS, you can either refer to my slide or you can refer to W3 schools, right? So let's try to limit to that. Okay, so let's start with theory check first. All right, let's start with this first. I think same thing, right? Same thing. You PM me your answer, all right? You PM me your answer. Maybe 15 minutes, all right? 15 minutes, and then once you do it, you let me know. Answer all lah. Answer all. Answer all. Maybe I think 5 more minutes and you need to answer all. So number one, find different. Okay, for number three, I share. I think two of you already asked the questions, so I will share directly. So for number three, the answer is there. Right? So try to understand it. Later we will try. Later we try. Normally I tried yesterday, but yesterday also I think dekat hujung-hujung tu kita macam laju, not laju lah, right? I think somebody even say, laju ni, alright, kita macam laju sikit. I was catching time. But yeah, that's the reference for number three. Number three. Correct. Okay, tak apa. You guys check your answer. I think some of you already shared the answer to me. But you guys check sama-sama tu, you guys check your answer. I was checking you guys punya GitHub as well just now. Question 1, right? This is the same question. I don't know why. Right? I know lah. I think because last time I mix. I give HTML and CSS check differently because now last time I mix, right? Now I separate it, right? So question 1 is, what is an element? Right? This is the thing that you already answer. So element is, for example, P. All right. So for example, BR. All right. For example, and all the thing now, right? The thing that you have seen, the thing that you have seen. And then see third different way of defining the color white. So this one, you have to tell me how is it. All right? I think you some of you answer RGB. Kalau exam salah lah, right? It has to be RGB what? 255 to make you understand, right, that the maximum value is 255. That's why I select the easiest one, which is white, right? Unless if I ask you indigo or something, that it will be different lah. All right. So for the first one is by its RGB. Well, the first one is by its color name, right? The first one is by its color name. So color name. So by its color name, all right. So this one is white, and then you have by its yeah, correct, the RGB 255, and then you have the hexa code. All right, the hexa code is hashtag FFFFFF, and the last one is HSL. Right, HSL I don't know. Right, HSL I don't know. Anyone found what's the white value for HSL? So HSL white. What is white in HSL? 0, 0, 100, right? 0, 0, 100. HSL 0, 0, 100, right? So yeah, the last one, so I don't know how to use it, right? So tapi I think previous student, one student he used computer. He used camera a lot. So those who know camera normally they know it, right? It's something related. You have to control the lightness, control cahaya, right? Control cahaya, control saturation. I think is the yang kepadatan or something. Number 3, all right. Number 3, actually, I should have done with you yesterday, but yesterday I was me. So there are different way for you to set, change the state of a link, right? So for example, if I'm not sure, again it depends, how old are you, all right? If you are old like me, all right, last time when it's web 1.0, it's not even web 2.0. When it's web 1.0, what is web 1.0? If you watch Captain Marvel, all right, and you see the website inside Captain Marvel, that's web 1.0, right? Something they have like text bling and everything. If you know what GeoCities is, what tripod is, that's web 1.0, right? Before that, and so these are some of the things. GeoCities, untuk budak-budak WeChat, right? So you have GeoCities, you have tripod, right? All this is web 1.0, right? Example, last time I think the Captain Marvel website, I think last time last time they do it on web 1.0. Last time I checked, but I have no. This is an example of web 1.0. So it might be funny now, but last time it used to be like this, right? So exactly what I want to show you, right? So let's say that, for example, right? Ini and then suddenly warna kuning, right? Suddenly warna kuning. So this is an example of web 1.0. And then if I click, all right? Oh, dia tak buat, right? Sometimes if I click, then that is going to be red, all right? So it's exactly what I want to show you, all right? So this is what we call hover. So you have a hover. So when I hover the thing, all right, it change color and everything. and then you have A visited, all right, because last time, last time when if you have visited, or if you have visited the page, or if you have visited the page last time, it used to be red. All right, and then you have A active. A active is when you tekan, when you press the link also, it has a color. What's the other one? I think ada 4 5 right. So you have A link, A visited, A hover, A link. A link is normal lah. A link is normal. Right? If you don't specify A link, then it's a normal state. After this, we will try to do it. After this, we will try to do it when we do our exercise later. Okay, number 4. What is question 4? How can you change a font in your website? So you just remember back, all right? You just remember back the steps that you did yesterday. So go to Google Font. All right, select a font. All right, number 2 is copy. All right, copy the link rel, all right, to the selected Google Font. And then use, number 3 is use, right, font family. Use font family to share the link, right? To use font family to share, to change. The answer I will share. The answer is I will share to change the use font family to change the font, all right? To change the font. So that's the answer. Or should do like this. All right. So that's question 3. Question 4 is what? How to different way to include CSS inside your project. All right. So number 1, right? Number 1. There are 3 ways. Number 1 you saw yesterday, right? Adding it inside style tag. All right. Number 2 is inline CSS. All right, inline CSS. All right, doing it on the element itself, and then number 3 is import from another file. So you import from another file. So that's 3 ways. This is coming from my slide, I think. Right? This is coming from my slide. And then last seated, right? List down the CSS property for the following. Right? So A is text align center. All right. B is vertical align. So you have to Google, but I did not emphasize it that much, right? I did not emphasize it that much. So vertical align center and everything. This one we did yesterday, but well, Google, all right? Google it. Oh, this one also I forgot. Right, this one is text transform. All right, this one is quite important. Right, so if you want to change, you put all small letter. Right, you want to change it to capital letter, then you will use text transform uppercase. All right, or lowercase. Right, if you want to change it to small letter, and this one we already done. Right, this one we already done. Text decoration. Line through what? Correct. Line through or line through, is it? Text decoration. Who has the answer? Who has the answer for this one? Line through, right? Line through. So text decoration, line through. Line through. Okay. So this is the answer for this one. Sorry for the formatting. All right, this one number 3. Okay, this is number 4. Up. Okay. Number 5. Number 5. Can number 5. Looks like I have like, yeah, I think. Okay, so as long as you understand which question belongs to which answer belongs to which question, then it's okay already. Okay, now now we are going to create a new folder. All right, so now we are going to create a new folder. We call it week 2. Right, create a new folder. We call it week 2. And then you're going to create a new file. And that file we will call it index.html. All this is all this is revision. All right. So no, it's not that I'm not going to be as slow as normal. I'm not going to be as slow as normal because all this is revision. All right. So week 2 index.html. All right. I'm going to do HTML tab. All right. I'm going to do week 2. All right. And then I'm going to do H1. All right. Welcome to week 2. Okay. Okay. I'm stopped here. I stop here. Once you're done, you let me know. You just say okay on Slack. Okay. Okay. Okay, so our focus today is about box. All right, so the focus today is about box, and there is only thing that you need to know, which is called CSS box model. All right, so we are talking about box, and the thing that I want to highlight is what we call CSS box model. All right, so you just focus on this. So what is the definition of CSS box model? All right. So here's the definition. So every element within a document is structured as a rectangular box in the document layout. All right. And then you can modify 5 things. So if you want, or if you want to create a box, well, I will just, this is my copy paste from Google, but let me explain to you. If you want to create a box, you will use div. All right, so you will use div, and then inside this box, for example, you can put, for example, here h2. This is first box, and then I can put p. Okay, and then I put lorem here. All right, so this is I'm creating a box. All right, this is I'm creating a box. And then you can try to open and see. You can try to open and see the box, and then you will see that, well, nothing there, right? Nothing there. Well, as we said yesterday, normally HTML is just for the structure, or HTML is just for the structure. If you want to change the style, right, so you have to have CSS on top. All right, so if you want to change the style, you have CSS on top. So I do style. And then, as you have seen yesterday also, all right, as you have seen yesterday, I'm going to use .box1, all right? So I'm going to give my box1 a style, a class, all right? A class is a style name that I can implement it anywhere, all right? And this one, I call it box1. So if I want to call it, I have to use class box1. Right, so this if I want to call it, if I want to use it, I have to call class box1. Okay, so what are the 5 things that can be modified? All right, first of all, I will put a color. Right, first of all, I will put a color. So here I will just put background color, background color, so can yellow. All right, so then you will see the box clearly. Then you can see the box clearly. Okay, so that's my box. So after that, what are the 5 things that I can modify in a box? All right, I can modify the width of the box. All right, so for example, I want to make the box slightly smaller. All right, so I put 400 px. So that's number 1. All right, I can modify the width. And then number 2, I can modify the height. All right, so this one you have you know that, right? So you have 400, and then let's say I have 300 px, and then I think the box will be slightly bigger, right? So that's the height of the box. So you can specify the width, you can specify the height, and then number 3, you can specify the border. All right, we do what we have seen yesterday as well. We do whatever that we have seen before. So border, you remember 3 things that you need for a border. You need the color, you need the thickness, ketebalan, all right, and then also you need the type. So for example, solid, right? Okay, and then you have 2 more things. One is padding and another one is margin, right? So you have 2 more things. One is padding, another one is margin. So padding, the definition of padding, we already seen it yesterday, all right? The definition of padding is what we call the distance, all right? The distance between the edge of the box and its inner element. All right, so let's have a look at our box. So I imagine that this is the edge of the box. Right, I imagine that this is the edge of the box. Right, the yellow part, the hujung, right, is the edge of the box. All right. Inner element, what is an inner element? It could be the H1, and then it could be the H2 and the P. All right, so that's what we call the inner element. So that's definition of padding, right? As also you see, when we do a table, and once we add padding, the thing is slightly big, all right? Once we put padding, the thing big a little bit, right? So that's padding lah. So let me add padding. Let's add padding. So I will add 10 px, for example. Okay, I refresh it. All right, you will see that the thing has space now. All right, you can see that the thing has space now, right? Because I add padding. All right, so try to understand. Yeah. Before I introduce you to margin, normally no confusion, right? But once I introduce you to margin, then normally the confusion will come. Done, yeah. And then number five, margin. All right. So the definition of margin is the distance between the edge of the box and its neighbor, dengan jirannya. Well, who is the jiran? Right? Who is the jiran? All right. So let's say that you have this element, right? You have this element. So jiran normally have four jiran. Jiran atas, jiran bawah, jiran kiri, jiran kanan. Right? As per my apartment here, I have jiran atas, jiran bawah. Well, kiri no lah, right? Kiri and kanan corner. The corner tak ada jiran kiri lah, right? So same thing with this one. So the jiran atas, right? The jiran atas, the top, right? The margin top is this H2. The jiran on the left is the edge of the screen. You have jiran bawah, which is not there yet, and then you have the right jiran, which is this one. So let's say that I put margin, all right, 10px, all right. So you will see that the box will be moved atas, bawah, atas, from the top, right? You see that they go down a little bit. And then from the left part, you can see that it's going to be right a little bit, right? So, all right, that's margin 10, right? So if you're, betul lah, right? You put something big, then you see like it's very obvious, right? If you put like something big up, it will go down, and then we go on the right side, right? So that's margin. Yes, it's adjusting the position. All right. So margin is the distance. That's the definition. It's the distance between the box. All right, and its neighbor. All right, and then and padding is the distance between the box and its inner element. Correct. Well, that's my layman term. Neighbor tu boleh up, down, left, right. If you open Wikipedia, I don't think they put with its neighbor, or with its nearest element maybe. Okay, before Maghrib, I want you to create another box. All right, I want you to create another box. I want you to randomly give it a color, width, height, border, padding, and margin. All right, so I just want you to do that before Maghrib. And then I will just explain one more thing. Sorry, and then we go for Maghrib. Maghrib and dinner, lah, right? We go for dinner and Maghrib. All right, so just take 5 minutes. 5 minutes to create another box. Okay, so they've done. So one people done, we can everyone go break. All right, so to write the second box. Okay, and this one I just put LP. Right, put a lot of right, so div class box 2. Okay, all right, okay. So, but look weird. Well, it's okay because the idea is not for it to be nice, right? You will implement how it's going to be nice. You will implement it later. Okay. All right. So box 2, right? So I just put background, yeah, green or something. All right. I put with 500. All right. I put height, right? 200. Okay, and then I put a border. Alright, I put a border yellow. Terbalik lah, yellow 10px dotted. Alright. Okay, so padding. Alright, about padding and margin. Well, padding I can put 10px lah. Right, if not it will be weird. Alright. But all right, so there are some rules of padding and margin. All right, so now when I put one value, right, when I put one value, it will be 10 everywhere. All right, so when I put one value, all right, so for example 10 pixel, everything will be 10 pixel. All right, so that's what padding 10 pixel or margin 10 pixel means, right? It means that I put 10 there, then it will be 10 everywhere. Okay. If I put two value, right? If I put two value here, what does it mean? It means that top and bottom is going to be 10px, left and right it's going to be 20px, right? So that's what padding 10px and 20px here means. All right, so top and bottom is going to be 10px, left and right is going to be 20px. All right, so if you put two value, well, three value also can, but I normally don't put three value, but you can also do four value. Right, you can also do four value. So let's assume that three value don't put. All right, so we put four value right away. What does it mean? It means that ikut putaran jam. All right, you follow the clock. Top, right, bottom, left. All right, so top, right, bottom, left. Right, so that's what it means. So the same thing that I do here, I can also do on margin. Right, I can also do on margin. So for example, I can put 10px, 20px. Or I can put I want the margin left and right no margin. All right, left and right no margin. So top, bottom. This one left and right no margin, but I just want it to be top and bottom. All right, so go down a little bit. Oh, make it slightly bigger. Okay. Top, bottom, left, right. Yeah. Let's try one more time. Oh, correct. So 100px. Maybe I don't see it. Okay, it's there, all right. I just don't see it. Right. So that's what it means. All right, top, bottom, right. So I just want to show you this. All right. So you sometimes, if you just want top and bottom, then you put like that. If not, you can put top, bottom, left, right. That's the rules. There's another thing also. You can also put just specify. I just want margin top. I just want margin bottom. I just want margin left. I just want margin right. That also is possible. All right. Or you can also do the same thing with I just want padding top. I just want padding bottom. All right, I just want padding left and then margin right. What's the importance for padding and margin? You will see that most of the website, it will have a padding and margin, right? Later, and right after this, you're going to create like a website, right? Then you have to find out, all right? So the idea is pattern recognition lah, right? Pattern recognition based on what you have learned so far, how you're going to create that website. All right, so that's the thing that you're going to see now. I'm going to give you a website, and then you see, yeah. All right, so how to exactly make a website. Most of it you will see that most of the time you will need margin and padding. Yes, it's possible to put 11, 12, 13, everything is possible. 10.5, 10 point everything also is possible, right? So it's possible to put any value. Okay. All right, any questions so far? Any questions so far? Okay, let's do 20-minute break today. Let's do 20-minute break today, right? Because normally if I don't give you a homework like just yesterday, I don't give you question to do and everything. So let's do 20 minutes break today. Just now, I saw the message. Chochi, how asked, right? May I know conversion question will it come out on the exam? That one, yes, it will come out on the exam, but it will come out as a JavaScript question, right? So whatever that you did yesterday, right? I will not ask you to calculate everything. This is not mathematics class. You're going to create, for example, a function. For example, next week I will tell you more about the whiteboard exercise, whiteboard exam. Right? Next week I will tell you more about the whiteboard exam. So this question will come out as a whiteboard exercise exam. And you are going to do you're going to do it a program on JavaScript. Okay, which part? Which part? Okay, 7. If you don't have any questions, you can go first. I think I will stay for another 2-3 minutes. So we come back at 8:55. 7:55. 7:55. It's 7. And if you need help, I will just be here. Okay, which part?
Sir.
Yes.
Sir. Boleh screenshot yang bawah tu tak? Yang start daripada 23 sampai bawah atas sikit. Nak screenshot kan.
23 sampai ke bawah?
23 ke bawah.
23 ke bawah ya. 23 ke bawah. Okay, boleh kan? So I will just give you the screenshot. So this one is box 1. This one is box 2. Right, this one is box 1 and 2. Okay, no worries. Nanti you check end the video. Okay. Okay, so all okay, yeah? All is well. All right. So one more thing that we're going to do after that, I'm going to give you a big exercise today. Today, I think you have like 3-4 exercises, right? Today you have like 2, 3, 4 exercises. Okay, so one big thing that we're going to do now is we're going to do diff, same thing, diff. Yeah, but still easy than Friday, all right? Still going to be easy than Friday, right? Because I'm here. Friday is on your own, all right? So this is a dead box. All right, lorem, okay. And then you have this hashtag dot box 3, dot box 3. All right, so this one can put anything lah. So just using the same piece triple background rate. All right, so width 500 px. All right, so height 300 px and border green 10 px solid. Okay, and I have padding, right? Padding, for example, I just put 20 px. Okay, what I want to emphasize here, right? What I want to emphasize here is how to center a box, right? So how to center a box. So there are 2 steps only, yeah? How to center a box. Number 1, give the box a width. All right, so that's number 1. Give the box a width. So for example, I already give it a width. This one I already give it a width, which is 500. So I already gave it a width, which is 500. And then number 2 is you do margin. All right. Top, left, right, auto. Right. So that's number 2. Do margin left and right auto. So what does it mean? So for example, I put here margin, top and bottom is okay. Top and bottom you can put anything. So I can put 10 px for example. But left and right you put auto. Left and right you put auto. So automatically the thing will be in the center. All right. So that's how you center a box in CSS. All right. So number 1 is you give it a width. Number 2, you're going to give margin left and right, you're going to give it auto. Okay, so done, you're ready for the exercise. If you are done, it means you are ready for the exercise. Let me get you the materials first. Okay, you can download the zip. All right, you can download the zip. And then inside the zip, you should have 3 files, right? Inside the zip, you should have 3 files. So number one, I think is the piano, right? Number one is piano. Number two is piano, but number two you will have a crown, right? Number two you will have a crown. So the first exercise is you're going to do this thing, right? You're going to do this thing. You're going to create a new page. You call it keepcalm.html, right? You call it keepcalm.html, and then you will create the design to be as close as this, right? So design the style, padding, and everything to be as close as this. All right. Let me just copy the remarks that I made. All right. Okay. So I will just copy it with you, and then I just share it with you guys. And okay. Do remark that. All right. The entire background is actually this one. This yeah. The entire background is actually this color. All right. So I tell you this. All right. So the entire page is actually that reddish maroonish, and then there will be this board which is in the center. So that's number one. Number two, the crown that I share on Slack is slightly different. So the crown that I share is hitam or is black. So you can just use this one. No need to find a way to make it white or anything. Well, you put that black crown, and then over here it will be a black crown lah. Well, which is it's okay, right? When I create it, I don't find the white crown. All right. And then number three is the font is called Montserrat. All right. So the font is called Montserrat. So with these three clue, with these three instruction, right? With this with this instruction, I want you to replicate this website to be as close as possible, right? To be as close as possible. In exception for the crown, lah. Right? But other than that, it has to be as close as possible. Right? Create a new file. Keepcalm.html. Any questions? So that's to answer question just now. So when do you need to use it? Well, you see the UI. Well, there are a lot of things. You really need to use it. You really need to know what's your padding, what's your margin, and everything. Right. So this is an example of a place where you're going to need to know all that. Okay, so you start doing it. All right, you start doing it. If you have any question, you slide me. All right. So if you need, you slide me. How many minutes you need? 20 minutes sufficient, huh? So around 8:25, and then by the time I explain, no, not sufficient, right? We know that if not, later you don't have time for your 2 other exercises. All right, so you have 2 more, three exercises total today. So let's 25 minutes, 25 minutes. So until 8:30, and then we see. Well, normally if you cannot do it in the first 10 minutes, then at the end also very hard already. All right, so try to do 15 minutes lah, 25 minutes. Jawapan bocor who have? No. Okay, actually you can discuss. You can discuss. You can create a PM tepi or anything. Right? You can discuss among yourself if you have. Last time when you can just talk. If I see you start to talk, normally I will leave the group, and then I will just let you discuss, and then I come back at the time. So apparently not challenging enough. Somebody are able to do it within 15 minutes. Not challenging. Okay, let's try. Let's try and see. Tak siap lagi. Tak apa, you just compare your ni kan. You just compare your code. So hey, don't compare, don't compare. Some because you never know people's background. Right? Some people's dah biasa buat and everything. Some people's have F, some people's have T, right? So you never see yours got issue. Nanti you check, alright, you check. Okay, you check what's missing, alright, you check what's missing. Because I think your issue is the background. The background is not the box, right? The background is on the body, right? One second. But you compare with my code, actually, this is your problem. The problem is on the nanti you see, the background actually is not there. Yeah. Okay, keep calm. Okay, I will take this. All right, I will put it inside my folder just now. All right, so batch 24, module 1, week 2. I will create a keep count folder. And then, actually, you have to study how many boxes are there. You have to study how many boxes are there. So there are. Doing stuff dah bercampur-campur. I just open it now. Okay, so you see the box and see how many boxes are there, right? You see how many boxes are there. So well, not this one. In this case, there is only one box, which is this big box, right? There is one box, which is this box. All right. So I need a box. The box, I call it div box one lah, right? So div class box one. Inside the box one, all right, I will have an image. So image src keep dash come dot png, keep dash come dot png, and then I will have h1 keep, all right, h1 come. This one I can do this one I can do h2 lah, h2, all right, and right h1 do, and then h1 coding. All right, so that's to start. And then, as usual, you put a style here. This is your apa? Just now siapa ada problem? Raj, right? This is your problem just now, all right? So the body, all right? The body, the background color, I want it to be this red. So I want it to be this red. So for Mac user, I will use my color picker. One 2315. Right. Background color. RGB 127 2315. Okay, So one step at one time. And then whatever that is general for the entire application, actually I can put here. Whatever that is general for the entire application, I can put here. So for example, the background color, the font, right? The font, so the color of the font is white, right? So I can put it here. So the entire color of the font is white. Okay. And then over here I will have box 1. Okay, now we start to things that is related to box 1. So box 1 will have, well, before that, right, before that, I put a width here, all right, same as what we did last time. I put a width here. This one you play around, you play around, look and feel. Lebih kurang tak, maybe slightly smaller or something. This is your look and feel, so 300. Okay, so that's about it. And then I noticed that everything is text aligned, everything is in the center. Why put two bold color for bodies? One is for the background color, another one is for the text color. So the second one is for the text color. So everything will be white. So that's why there's two color. This one is for the red. The color means the font color. The font color is white. Okay. So everything that is general you can put here. So for example, everything is text align center. So I can put it here, text align center. Up, everything is text align center. Just like magic, all right, just like magic when everything is on center. And then now I will create my box. So there are two things that I need. I need the width. Width also you agak-agak, right? So if the image is 300 pixels, so the thing might be, for example, 500 pixel. All right, so that's number one. Second, you need the border. All right, you need the border. The border, there are three things that you need to specify. To have this kind of border, right, to have this kind of border, is actually a double. All right, so if you have a look at documentation, yang the link that I give last time, so there is a border type double. It's a white. I think it's slightly thick. All right, I think it's slightly thick, and then like this. Okay, it's slightly thick. All right, so you see that the thing is like this, but what else? Right, I have a width. Now I want to move the box to the center. Then I will do margin 10px auto. Yeah, if some of the number I just put in from my head, if you put 10p 0px also, if it's okay for you, then it's always okay for me. So if it's okay for your eyes, it's always okay for me. I think there are two things left from here. Right, I will just stop for 1 minute, 2 minutes. I will just stop for 2 minutes. If any of you need to update your code, right? So there are two things left, which is the font and the font size, right? The font and the font size. So try to update your code first, and then I will continue the font and the font size. Okay, so the font, the font is Montserrat. So Google font Montserrat. 400. Okay, I'll just select this style. Copy the link rel. Put it here. Up and then put it here. This one I can put it on the body as well. If I want it to be everywhere in the app, in the website, I can put it on the body. Yeah, so that's what name means. And then notice I purposely buat huruf kecil. Alright, I purposely put huruf kecil here because I want to use text transform. Right, something that we have seen just now. Alright, text transform. I want to transform it to uppercase. Right, so it means automatically everything will be uppercase. All right, and then finally, right, for the H1, all right, once I get, I'll just put, well, it's your look and feel, all right? There's no right or wrong answer for the number, all right? As long as it looks good on your eyes, then it's okay. I think H2, that's right, H2, font size, so for example, 32, right? 32. Okay, as long as it looks good on your eyes, then it's okay. All right, so that's my answer for this. All right, that's my answer for this. You can have a look, you can have a double check everything, see how you can improve it next time. All right, so cuba tengok how you can do it. I give you another 5 minutes. All right, 5 minutes to do two things. Number one is to check your code, tengok mana yang salah. And then secondly is to try to upload it to GitHub. All right. So this is your first exercise of week 2. Right. So this is the first exercise. This is your second. This is the first exercise of week 2. Tadi you ada the notes tadi kan? You have the notes just now. The note we will still reopen it later. So that one no need to edit yet. So this one you can update to week 2 first. Right. So 5 minutes. Update your code and upload it to GitHub. And see if you can remember. So that's why I asked you to do it, to see if you can remember to upload to GitHub. Anyway, we can adjust the word and also between the words. Anyway, we can adjust the spacing between the words and also between the words and the image. That's margin. Right? So if you want to adjust the spacing, that's margin. So maybe on your image, right? Maybe your image. I know you want to put margin. Let's say margin 10px. What will happen, right? So actually you can put margin negative tau, right? You can put margin negative, but actually the thing margin bottom. You want for example margin bottom, you want it to be. I just put it to show. I just put it to show. Alright, you see the thing go up. Right? So you can adjust it using margin. Margin has positive and margin has negative. Alright, so that's how you can do it. Spacing between the words is margin. Right? So if you want it to be smaller, then you put margin negative or something. But that's your look and feel, all right? But that's your look and feel. If you think you need, you just add margin, all right? So as long as you understand the spacing between, just one spacing between, its jiran, right? Its neighbor, then it's margin. But I don't want you to confuse something negative and everything. Just focus on the positive. You upload as week 2, right? Inside week 2, you have keep calm. Later, you have your index with HTML, and then you have a piano, right? So you have, I think even today you already have 3 exercises to be uploaded, and then on Friday also you will have a few other more. So just upload it as folder week 2, and then the file name is keepcalm.html. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. Ada banyak lewat ke? Ken? Okay, someone Ken. Can you check the code? Okay. If you need me to check your code, you can always take turn share your screen. So what do you have? See. See your browser. What happened? Your Chrome, right? What's on your Chrome? Berebut korang. Alright, okay. So that one, ni pasal. Berebut lagi. Okay, one by one kita buat. Kes abang dulu. After this, apa? Amelia, right? Okay. Excellent. Okay, alright. So kes abang je. Okay, kes abang you take back just now. Ada orang ambil your session. Now I don't see your screen. You have to reshare.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Can you see, sir?
I can. Alright. So you open Chrome.
Okay.
Okay, open Chrome. I want to see what's the problem.
Yeah, done, sir.
Chrome. Oh, I don't see. I only see your code. You open Chrome. Right. Okay. So where's the where do you test it?
Oh, okay. It's like, let me say first.
Okay. Ni you dapat. Okay, so it's like that, yeah. It's like that. Okay, go back to your code there. Go back to your Sublime. Class 4. Color white, text center, font family Montserrat, text transform uppercase. Box 1 margin, font size RGB So number 8 tu RGB, it's not RGD. Line 8 RGB.
Okay, done, sir.
Okay.
Try.
And then just now you forgot the link to
okay.
Google tu. Then one more thing is the link to your Google font. So on your Google, nanti you get the link from Google font for Montserrat, you put it on top. You need to have the link. You remember we take two things.
Oh, the link here.
The
link here.
Okay.
Okay, I got
The
it.
second one, not the first one. I think that's about it. After the others okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
so I'll try to get it.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem. Ash.
Okay, I have issue. Yeah, hold on.
Okay. That one, because on your line 32, right, you have to have width equals to 300 px. So line 32 you put 300 px, it's actually width equals to 300 px. Width equals to double quote 300 px. Okay, save. And the next one, I think the one that should look okay already. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, so I think some of you need to Desmond can. Why your image is center? Or again, read something else. That's why you can share your screen or you can share your code. Both also can. Either way, which one convenient. Okay. Okay, because I see Desmond first. Okay, so what's happening? Chrome. Open Chrome. Okay, image is not on the center and then box tak ada. So we go back, see your code. Two things there. Image not on the center, box tak ada. Alright, so see your code. Border width 500. Okay, margin 10px. Okay, after line 10, lupa semicolon. Alright, with 500px need to have a semicolon. Alright, so that's number one. With line 10, you see line 10. Okay, semicolon. Alright, so now that one is okay. White 5 double margin. Just now. Okay, try again. Save and try again. Maybe that's it. Satu lagi tadi tak ada border and okay, tak apa, try and see. I think it was because of it. Okay, now your image is not the center. Right, go back there. Go back to your code. Your image is already on the box. Okay, text align center, you move from line 18, you move it to line 11. Alright, so just cut line 11. Line 18, you cut it and move it to line 11, which means everything need to be in the center. So once you move it to line 11, for example, it means everything in this page will be center aligned, including the image. Okay. Okay. Yes, K7. Can. So once done, everyone can.
Can you see?
Cannot. One more time.
Uh,
Okay. Oh, actually, okay. I saw the thing, but now it's gone already.
okay, I try again.
Okay.
Should be able to see. I think the coding I put wrongly. I think.
Betul. It's not there. So undo balik. Control Z, Control X, Control Z pun boleh. Control Z. I teach you already kan. Control Z. Control Z. Okay. Control Z lagi. Control Z lagi. Sampai you buang. Control Z lagi. Sebab you Control Z lagi. Control Z lagi. What was the working code? Okay. So that whatever that you copy, you don't put it there. You put it on line 5, enter, paste it there. Line 5, enter, and then you paste it there.
So it should be link, right?
Correct. Enter and then paste it. No, don't type. If type is very difficult. You go and get the code and then you paste it.
Paste it here.
Get the code from correct. Get the code from Google font. Take the entire line.
So over here, take the entire line.
Take the entire line. No need. Take the entire line.
Paste it over here.
Paste it on line 6. The entire line 6. Don't paste it. The entire line 6. Actually, you don't even need to type link rel and everything. You just paste it. Paste the entire line. They give everything.
Okay. Just paste it.
Paste
Correct?
it. Remove it. Paste it like that. Correct. Save it.
Okay.
Okay.
So can I just try, sir?
Try. I think it's okay already. Yeah. Looks okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So anyone take the personality test except for semalam somebody take it, right? Anyone else take this personality test? Yes, right. You already told me your answer, kan? Yeah, you already told me your answer. So okay. So whenever you take the personality test, right? So you right? I will tell you now. Actually, the key there is actually two numbers, two numbers. Two letter. Okay. You have the T and the F. All right. So you have this one is the one with the T. This one is the one with the F. All right. So the one with the F normally they like the UI part. I think H is macam you submitted F or T you when you submitted. I think you have an F, right? The one T, yeah. So the one that is F is normally the UI UX, right? So that's one thing, because they work by their feelings, right? They work by their feelings and creativity, right? So that's F lah, right? So it's a feeling personality type, all right? They look for, they work by their feeling. And then you have the T, all right? The T is the thinking, is a logic person. Right, so that's one thing. So that's you. If you are T, normally you are the logic person. All right, you're going to do like next week. You are the JavaScript person, lah. All right, you are the JavaScript person. The F the F is the UI person. And then you have the I and the E. All right, I is introvert, E is extrovert. So I is introvert, E is extrovert. I means they normally work alone. They put a headphone and then work alone. Whereas E, they need to get is extrovert, right? You need to get energy from other person, right? as you are doing it, you want, hey, how you do this that kind of person. Hey, how you do it? How do you do it? So that's the difference, I and E. Right. So one of the ADA, one of our alumni, right? Actually, he's an E now, and then he said that, hey, now I'm very hard to work from home, right? Because alone and everything, I don't really like it. Right. So normally E do like macam tu lah, E tu macam tu. Alright, the rest I don't think make any difference. So as long as you just need to know T and F. So you will get your number, right? You will get your number. Alright, let's say that you get I don't know, right? Okay, let's say that you get INFP. I just put it there, INFP. ESFJ. Let's try for Amirul, ESFJ. So need more feeling lah, ESFJ, and then you look for ESFJ treaty. So whatever number the ES or H is ESTJ. So Amirul is ESFJ. So let's say that whatever thing that you have, you put ESFJ, you put treaty. Treaty is the one that will help you to say that, oh, what you can be, what you should do. You know lah, it's based on analysis lah, right? There is this part which is called carrier, right? This part which is called carrier. I think Amirul ni yang tak boleh jadi software programmer. Alright, so you have this one, top carrier for ESFJ, and then you have another one is what you should avoid, and then I think ESFJ. I have one developer that ESFJ. So what you should avoid doing this and this. All right, so doesn't mean that, okay, it doesn't mean that it's true. It doesn't mean that it's true. It just that in your daily work, right, you jangan mental down, all right. Just say, bos, jangan cakap I kata tak jadi programmer. All right. In your normal day job, what is ideal for you is that you work with people, all right. So kalau, alright, based on this, alright, we ignore this, you might be suitable, alright, to be somebody like me lah, alright, trainer, alright, or you might be able to be lecturer, or you might be able to be, right? So doesn't mean that you don't jangan study IT, it doesn't mean that. So something that is suitable would be something that you will be good to take care of people, right? So trainer, lecturer, still lah, alright. So one of my staff is ESFJ. One of my staff is ESFJ, and then I was say, macam mana ni? Dia tak boleh ESFJ. I was joking with him lah. But actually, what he is good at, so this is for manager lah. For manager, what he is good at is he is good at talking to people. Right? He's very good at talking to people. So what we do is we build, because we have our products, right? We have our IT products. He developed and everything, but after that he has to explain to the customer, right? He has to talk to customer and everything, explain to customer. So we put him in that position. I think it's somewhere in the mix of technical writer, trainer, because you train your first customer. So it's somewhere in here. And then sometimes kadang-kadang I need to excuse myself from the class, right? So whenever there is an excuse, there is a apa benda yang kena elak lah, I have something, I will ask him to replace my class lah, right? Because I know that he is a good ESFJ. So when he explain very penyabar lah, right? Kalau I explain, I'm not penyabar because I don't have this. I have the INTJ. INTJ is dia tak penyabar sikit. Alright, so that's an example. So doesn't mean that you cannot be a programmer. Doesn't mean that you cannot be a programmer. But when the position that you are is the one that you are good with people, right? You are good with people. So the position, whoever who hire you, need to know that. So if I hire you, you will be the technical people who are going to talk to the customer, explain about the product and etc. Alright, so that's not a good example. That's an example, alright. That's an example that dia akan tulis itu software engineer to avoid, right? But doesn't mean that you cannot be. Doesn't mean that you cannot be. It's just that macam I lah, ada seorang software programmer. What we put it on more on the customer facing position. So that's once you have done, right, you link carrier is 3T. So you takut 3T.com, you just put, for example kan, your number kan, INTJ 3T, you just Google INTJ 3T, and then normally the first one that come out is this 3T. Nanti habis semua tak nak sambung module 2, module 3, right? But you know, normally I know lah, right? Normally I know. It doesn't mean that I know. Okay, kalau orang macam ni, where is it? Tapi INTJ ni memang technical, memang ni lah. Like I said, memang Elon Musk, right? Memang Elon Musk. But we cannot talk to people. So that's why, alright, but you cannot talk to people. So dia terbalik kat situ. Betul kan? I think INTJ is Elon Musk. INTJ. I don't know what I am, but I think I am architect. I call myself Elon Musk, so I check. Okay, alhamdulillah. The first time I got Elon Musk. There's another one. INTP. I think INTJ is Elon Musk, and then INTP is Bill Gates. So it's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing. Adalah. Saya say JNP tu tak penting sangat. So INTJ TP is Bill Gates. So you see, biasanya yang INT, yang hujung tu tak kisah. Orang tu programmer macam tu. I think lah masa I take dengan satu company macam tu. Satu company, we have the same, because most of it are developers, everyone is the same thing, except for the designer and except for the guy that I mentioned just now. Itu that's why siapa yang tu boleh jual insurance, right? Siapa yang ESTJ kan ni. So you can be CIO, the top carrier tu, including CIO. So including CIO. You look at that, right? So I think ESTJ is because you are ni kan, because you leader, yalah, you talk to people. Biasanya yang E ni you talk to people lah. E is talk to people. I is you don't like to talk to people. So that's the E. Alright, the T is the technical and feeling. Alright, normally yang F ni dia design kan. Tadi kalau you tengok kan, kalau you F kan, one more thing is you could be a UI UX designer. If you're F, you could be somebody who liked week 1 and week 2, but you might hate week 3 and week 4. Right? But that doesn't make you, jangan bagi alasan saya F, that's why I cannot do my week 3. Don't do. Saya F, that's why I cannot do the binary number. Don't give that as a reason. So it's just that for you to need.
So means that kalau macam dalam projek tu saya dekat bahagian analyst ataupun project manager lah kan?
Kamu apa? ES
ESTJ.
ESTJ biasanya kan,
kamu ada project manager
sama ada project manager tu, ada database administrator tu. Database administrator tu. Tapi you ada T. Kalau ada T tu okay. Kalau ada T tu maksudnya memang logic, memang programmer pun boleh. Tapi programmer yang bercakap dengan orang. Your problem will be kalau lockdown, you bercakap, you need somebody to talk to you tau. Alright, kalau lockdown somebody to talk to you, and then nanti you macam berkeceramuk.
Faham?
But if it's ESTJ, je sama je. ESTJ yang huruf ketiga tu, we don't, that doesn't really matter. I think Ash pun got the same thing, right? So you T is the logic part. T is the technical, the logic part. The E is you need to talk to people. Alright, so one of my students saja lah dia E, and then he said to me, itulah macam when you do your work kan, you like that, you are the one who like, macam mana kau buat? Ni buat macam mana? Okay, you are that kind of people. So kalau tak ada orang, nanti you berkeceramuk. So that's what I'm telling you what happened to Toby lah, which is from the first batch. He said that dari lockdown kan, he don't have moods to work and everything, because he need to have people around. Sebenarnya cakap boleh juga okay lah ni. Alright, so T tu memang ni. Yang F tu is the design part. Alright, F, if you have F macam Amirul tadi is the design part. Alright, so I think di dalam F tu they will be the UI, UX and then etc. So mungkin minat tu lebih cenderung ke situ. Ada satu tu detail, one is detail oriented, another one is big picture, but I'm not sure which number. So tadi you ada E dengan T kan, you ada E dengan TF. Antara S dengan N tu, one is detail oriented, another one is big picture. Nanti I let you know. Yang I is big picture, so INTJ kan. I rasa J tu, so you are the one you like me lah, right? INTJ tu. I think J tu is the one that is big picture. And there is another one is detail oriented. I think the P is detail oriented. J is you like things big picture. You perasan kan masa you answer the question kan, there is a question. If you go travel, alright, do you like to plan or do you like to just randomly, alright? So the one who like to plan is actually detail oriented. The one who like to go randomly is big picture. So I think that one is J and P. So I think it's J and P. So J is big picture, P is detail oriented. Okay, so that's the thing. Tu tadi masa you jawab ni kan, ada satu soalan tu. If you like to travel, you like to schedule, where to eat and everything kan. So that's one is big detail oriented, one is big picture. Yang detail oriented ni, because last time I have somebody that's detail oriented. So just now who asked? Ni, I think let's see. Tadi siapa dah ask tadi? I think one of our friend might be Joel. Joel or I think Joel who asked about how to make the space. That is very a detail oriented person, right? That's what a detail oriented person. So you check you check your score, all right? So if you got P, I think you will get P lah, right? How I want to make a small space and everything, make sure that everything follow exactly. That's a detail oriented person. So you have FP too. Actually, is a good designer. If I'm not mistaken, it's a difference between J and P. Macam dia cakap okay lah, okay, done, alright, let's see. But the P is very detail oriented. Okay, we have two more things to do. Alright, one exercise we will do together, and then you have the last exercise. Just like yesterday, you will have your last exercise. So we have done almost everything. Keep calm exercise. Okay, alright, keep calm exercise done. We will just do this quickly. We will just do this, right? We will just do this quickly. How I'm going to do this? Okay, I'm going to do. I will open back exercise just now. Not the keep calm. I will open back. I will open back the week 2 index of HTML just now. Alright, at the bottom, right, somewhere over here, you just put over here HR for horizontal ruler, right? HR for horizontal ruler. And then what's you going to do? All right, what's you going to do? You're going to copy, just create, just do like this, just create a div and I just copy everything. I just copy everything. Okay, but I missed a closing div, so let's copy paste everything. So you have P paragraph in the div, right? You have P paragraph in the P, you have span P, you have P paragraph, you have P paragraph. Okay, so it's going to be something like this. Normally, for this to be nice, all right, for this to be nice, I have to put it, I have to create a new file, all right. But I think we just create on the same file. Whatever that happened on top, you ignore it. Whatever that happened this part, you ignore it. Okay, so we just focus at the bottom part. So the question is, what is this? What is this? What is this? And what is this? All right, we will check one by one. So you can open back the page just now. Not this one. Okay, so number one is div/p. All right, div/p. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do div space p. I'm going to put here background color. All right, we just put background is blue. All right, I don't think we have blue. And then you will see that the 1, 2, 3 will be blue. The top one you ignore. The top one you ignore. You will see 1, 2, 3. It's blue. All right. So whenever there is a space, wherever there is a space, these 3 will be blue. Right. What does it mean? So we check back our HTML code. All right. What does it mean? It means that all the P that is inside div, right? All the P that is inside a div, the background color will be blue. All right. So space means everything that is inside a div. All right. So I just copy it. All right. So this is what we call ancestor. Ancestor. Ahli keluarga, datuk nenek. Alright. Selected. Alright. Ancestor. So ancestor ni keturunan kan. So ancestor selector. Alright. All the children, all right, grandchildren, all right, and then etc. of div that is a P will take this design. All right. So all I hope you understand. So as long as the P is inside div, then it will be turned blue. All right. As long as the P is inside div, it will be blue, right? So that's why this P is not there, right? Because this is a child, right? We assume that P is a child of div. This P is a child of this div, but this one, right? Because it has a span, right? So it's not the child of this; it's the grandchildren, right? It's the grandchildren of the div, right? But it's still going to be to turn blue, right? So that's what we call ancestor selector. Okay, so once you do that, kita akan tengok number 2. Alright, number 2 is div bigger than P. You can put background color orange. And then this is, you will see that the difference now is only the first and the second one will be orange. Alright, only the first and the second one will be orange. Alright. So this is only the anak lah, right? Only the anak. So this is called child selector. All right. Only the direct children, only the children, right, or direct children will take effect. All right. So anak dia saja. So yang just now the span tu, it will not take effect because that is not the children. Right, that's the cucu lah, that's a cucu. Okay, number 3, div plus p. All right, div plus p. So let's see what is it. So what is it? Div plus p. We put background yellow. Right. As long as you get the idea, then it's yeah. So we put background color yellow. What does it mean? It means only this one, right? So it's not an anak, it's not a chuchu, but this is what we call an adjacent siblings, right? Adjacent sibling selector, right? The jiran or the adik-beradik, the next sibling, the jiran, the next P that is after a div, right? So the jiran or the adik-adik, they call it adjacent, right? Adik-beradik, right? It's not a child, but it's adik-beradik. And then the last one is div tilde p, right? Div tilde p, background purple, all right? So these are all everything, right? So this is, I think this is sibling selector, but let me double check. I don't want to sibling selector. Well, it's called adjacent sibling is right, but the last one I don't think is sibling. Tilde descendant child, alright, betul, descendant betul. General sibling, right, correct. It's a general sibling selector, right? General sibling selector. All right, so that's the space, the bigger than, the plus, the tilde, and everything. All right. Do you need to know all this? Well, normally no. All right, but normally the space at least you need to know. The space at least you need to know. So you have to know that whenever people put space, it means that it's only the P inside the div, right? No, most of the time people will use the space, right? The advanced one will use a lot of things, but most of the time people will just use the space. Right? So I think you need to know what div space P means, all right? So later in this exercise, after this, I will give you an exercise. So let's say that I put space, you need to know what does the space means. Right? So later I will purposely put space in my answer. You need to know what does it means. All right, any questions so far for this one? So if you want to ask me, do you need to know everything? The answer is no, right? You just need it FYI. You don't need it to you don't need to know it now lah. You don't need to know it now. You need to know it exists. Whenever you found that, you just have a look here. Then you betul lah. Ini last time he talked about jiran lah, adik-beradik. This is adik-beradik. This is all the adik-beradik. This is the cucu and the cicit and everything, right? This is the child, the anak, right? So then you can remember this lah. Okay, if you don't have a question, I will have a question for you. What if I do like this, div comma p? So what does it mean? So because this one we have done yesterday. That's why I dare to ask you. So what does it mean if I do div comma p? So Amirul will be the representative. Let's see if he got it right. Div and p together. So in both div, right? So both div and both p. All right. I want to have the following stuff. All right. So if you have to remember things, all right, you have to remember the space, and then you have to remember the comma. Right? If you have to remember things, I think the first thing that you need to remember is the space. The second thing that you need to remember is the comma. Right, and other than that, I don't force you to remember it. All right, so if you can always check back from W3 schools to start. Yeah, it's a space, or the odd line. This is a space. Is a space, well, what's your question? Is the empty space? This one, yang ini comma. It means both diff and p, it will have the same. This one, if you remember, let's just say we do a tr, comma td, right? I think we do th, comma td, right? All the th on the td, I want it to have a padding, right? If you remember yesterday exercise, we do th, comma td. Okay, the last exercise. If you finish earlier, you can. Well, if you finish earlier, then we can finish earlier. All right. So, let's see if you can do it in less than 30 minutes. All right. So, for your information, for your final ABCD questions. All right. So just a reminder, you will have four evaluation. The first one is your final exam, which is going to take 30%. The second one is your whiteboard exam that will take another 30%. The third one is your projects, and the fourth one is your freecodecamp and your GitHub. All right. For your first evaluation, which is the ABCD, most of the question will come from this particular section, which is HTML5. All right, so I will not cover it. Which means that I will not like go through like that because a lot of reading. So I encourage you to have a look at this. I encourage you to have a look at all this. This one no lah. Dia takkan keluar macam ni lah, right? It will come out like this, right? It will come out this and everything. So I encourage you to have a look at all this. We will do it from time to time. We will do it together, but I will not have a class like, oh, this is a header, this is a thing. I will not have that kind of class. You just need to read it. It's very straightforward. And then when we do it, then you can ask me question over there. I forgot lah. Right? I forgot what section and everything. Right. So I put it as a homework first. Right, for you to read it. I will know it masa you buat. Masa you buat your exam, I will know siapa baca tak baca. Alright, so only until this. This one you can ignore it. Whenever I say ignore, normally you rarely use it. This one later you will use it, but I will do it with you. So this will be the final exercise of the day. Alright. So you have this keyboard already. So just now when I give you the files, I shared with you a keyboard picture. Where was it just now? Well, I share with you a keyboard picture. I share with you this picture. So I think it's on my desktop. Yeah. I share with you the keyboard picture, which is keys.jpg. And I share with you the logo, right? This analog specialist. All right. So the idea now is for you to create exactly this website. All right. Just like the KeepCup just now, try to replicate this website exactly like this. All right. So for this one, I encourage you to type everything. So you have to type, we specialize in the sale and repair of classic keyboards in particular. All this you have to type. So if you have done it correctly, you will start with W on your first line and finish with an N on the first line. You will start with P on the second line and finish with the R. You will start with T on the third line and finish with a T. Right. So if you've done it correctly. Okay, so that's the last exercise. Well, if you don't want to open the slide, we just put it here. Sama juga, so everything is this color, or everything is this color. It's not a white box inside a gray box inside a white box. Everything is gray color except for the inside one. And then, okay, yeah. So this one. This one.
Saya nak tanya lah, saya boleh ke?
Boleh?
Yang tadi tu kan, cursor tu,
Hmm.
Saya rasa yang itu boleh buat, cuma yang tepi putih tu saya nak buat lah.
Yang mana putih tepi-tepi ni? Tepi mana?
Cuba kali balik.
Ah.
Yang macam home, for sale, repair, buat contact tu kan. Kan kita boleh guna box kan benda ni kan. Tapi yang
Betul.
kanan tu, yang kanan kiri kan dia macam ada kosong kan. Yang okey, maksud saya yang kat home tu. Dekat home, dekat sebelah kiri sikit, kiri lah kat situ.
Ni.
Bukan situ. Yang hujung apa? Hujung table tu.
Hujung table.
Kan home kan, kiri sikit lagi situ yang situ. Situ.
Ini div. Ini bukan table ya. Ini adalah div. Jadi dia bukan table.
Boleh div ni.
Bukan table ya. Ini div. Bukan dah terbagi tahu jawapan. Alright. So yeah, it's not a table. Okay. So sebab tu kalau tak dia boleh buat. Tak apalah. Kita gunakan tu sebagai reference. Sebenarnya boleh je buat pakai table, tapi I don't want you to do a table. Alright, it is a div. What is div used for? Div is to create a box. So you see, whenever you see a box, there will be a div. Alright, whenever you see a box, there will be a div. Alright. So that's what a div is. Div is to create box. So for example, like this website, you see box inside box. Alright. In the end, if you see any website, everything is a box. Right? If you see any website, everything is a box. Right? You have this box, right? You have this box, 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 and you have a big box. Inside the big box, you have small box. So whenever you see a box in the website, it's a div. Okay, nanti I bagi tahu the font. Same thing as well with my Firefly website. So the div is a box. All right, the div is a box. So the same exercise in my Firefly, alright. So you see a Firefly semua ni, all this is a box. So today you're going to learn everything from top to the bottom. Alright. When you do on Friday, you will do by yourself how to put it from left to the right. Alright. So that will be on Friday. I will give you a document that you need to properly follow. Kalau satu silap habis. Alright. So that's for Friday. Okay, so the font is Courier and Courier Sans. I think it's Courier Sans, Courier, serif. This one no need to import from Google Play. Right, just use font family and then it will be fine. Tadi I cakap div kan, actually this one is ULLI ya. This one is ULLI. Okay, I will just give you so this not div ULLI. Tapi sebenarnya ada ni tapi ULLI. Then look how to make it. Look how to make it from left to right. Okay, boleh start now. You call this one keyboard.html. Keyboard.html. I will give you start now sebab kita buat setengah jam. 10:30 I give you an answer. 10 I'll give you an answer. 15 minutes we finish. Alright, so just try to start now. Almost time, alright, almost time. Okay, the earlier I give to you the I tadi tak sempat dinner, so that's why just now I go away. Actually, I was checking my food, right? My cooking, alright. So the earlier I give you the answer, the earlier I can have my dinner. So let me give you the answer now. So this is keyboard, alright, keyboard.html, alright, keyboard.html. We start with HTML, press tab, alright, keyboard exercise, and then save. Okay, so that's to start. I will do it. I will do that. And then again, the first thing that you need to do is you have to identify the box. All right, you have to identify the box. So you see there is one box here. One or two box? One big box. So div class box one. All right, so inside the box one, then I will have image src, image src logo.gif, right? What's the file name? Logo.gif, is it? Logo.gif.
Yep, logo.gif.
Alright. So logo lah. I sibuk bagi, but I also didn't put it inside. So I have to put it inside first, right? I have to put it inside first. Logo.gif and keys.jpg. Alright, so this one both I put it inside. So logo.gif. And then I will have, this is the one that I mentioned now, UL and LI. Alright, so it could be a div, alright, it could be a div. Inside a div you have UL and LI, but nanti you will see actually it's a if, alright. If it's a div to show a navigation, you can put a nav. Alright, so this is for you. This is just for you, for me to instill curiosity, right? To see, right? Then you Google like, what is nav? What is nav? Then this one you research, you research. When I mean research, you read my slide, or the one that I mentioned just now. So aref home, aref for sale. So aref a. Aref hashtag home, aref hashtag for sale, aref hashtag repair, and then repairs about contact, repairs about and contact.
Sorry, saya nak tanya hashtag tu untuk apa saya?
That link maksudnya tekan mana-mana.
Okay.
Ni yang dalam freecodecamp ni dalam freecodecamp.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is image src keys.jpg. Image src keys.jpg. Satu lagi, this one I have to type it. So P, alright, we specialize in the sale of and repair of classic keyboards. That's why I give you time to start. Kalau tak kena isi semua ni, kena type pun, have to take time. So in particular the Rhodes, the Fender Rhodes Woodlit the EP 200 and Hohne cabinet. Right, so this is the website without anything. Right, this is the website without anything. Well, kalau the keyboard comes out, then it's okay lah. Kalau the keyboard, the picture, everything come out, okay. Kenapa dia ni? Alright, I think I forgot to close one of the. I forgot to close the A. Sorry. I forgot to close the A. So I close it here, close it here, close it here, and I close it here. Because I know my A tab for some reason tak jadi. So that's why dia ni. Okay, once you have that, then you tengok lah, right? What mana yang paling senang? I think yang paling senang tu is always the background, right? The background is always easy. So we style, alright. Then I will have a body, right? Background color. So once background color ada kan, I think you will get motivated lah, right? You get motivated. Wah, background color dah ada cantik sikit, alright. So kalau I will start with background color lah. Alright, so this one, the color meter 239. Alright, so RGB 239. Okay, and then you have the box one. Alright, the box one. The background color is white. Alright, the background color is white. Okay, macam ni pelik sikit. So now is where we're going to do the thing, the ni semua. So I'm going to set a width. This one you're gonna adjust lah. You have to adjust. So let's say that I have 700 px. We will try with this one first, and then I will do as I did just now. Margin 10 px. Alright, auto. Right, then the thing will be in the center. I guess just like just now, everything is text, everything is center align. Alright, so I put it here. Text align center. Alright, so just like just now, everything is center align. So I put text align center. So everything now is center align. What I can refresh everything. Up. Okay, how do I do this big thing? How do I do this? I think one more thing that is easy is the border, right? Because these are all the things that we did just now. So border double 5px black. Right, this is something that we've seen just now. Right, I buat 3, 5 tu tebal sangat kot. So I put 3 lah. So this big space is what? How to do this big space? What is padding, right? So the distance between the edge and its inner element, right, and its inner content, right? So this is the inner content, all right, and then the distance is so you have to add a padding, all right, padding. So atas bawah kiri kanan, right? Even atas so we still need it. So this one can be very small, 10 px, but this one I will just put big number. I want to see. I'll put big number. Alright, so this one is okay. I think still not enough. I'll just put maybe 150. Alright, up. Well, maybe I need to make the box slightly small. This one dia kena look and feel, tengok macam mana. Okay, and then maybe 600. Alright, and then maybe bigger the padding. Alright, this one is the look and feel. Still not big enough. Anyone find a good number? It's okay. This one is okay already. Alright. Why? How do I know? Because the W, right, need to be dalam, need to be inside the picture. Right, so that's why I know. That's why I know it's okay. Right, the W need to be inside the picture. It's still not okay because the C need to be at the bottom. Right, it's still not okay because the C will need to be at the bottom. Right, so if everything is perfect, right, the C will be at the bottom. Right, so I will just try one more lah. Right. Okay. 300. Besar sangat pula. Alright, besar sangat pula. Okay, 700. Okay, ini sekarang dah lain dah. Okay, tak apa. If anyone get a perfect number, you let me know. If anyone get a perfect number, you let me know. We try. I think we should try with the font first. Maybe the font take effect, so we just change the font. Font family, alright. Font family. Courier and sans serif. Punca dia tulisan, right? Once I tukar tulisan dia akan ke bawah. Right, so the number is correct. I think even like 200 or so, 150 or so can. Alright, I think it's the tulisan there because that's why I put tulisan. I should have put that first. Okay, how do I change this from up to bottom to left to right? Anyone manage to find something? Okay, the thing is called display inline block. Alright, the thing is called display inline block. Nanti inside my slide, atas sikit 2 or 3 pages before this page, there is an explanation on that. Alright, so you do ULLI display inline block. Alright, this is to change an LI from it to be like this, then it become left to right. Alright, so that's display inline. Yeah, correct. Display inline. Inline kan? Inline block. I think inline block also both can. So whatever that ni dia buat betul ya. Okay, kita buat this one ULLIA. So ULLIA. Now this is the thing that I tell you just now. ULLIA. ULLIA. All right. Huruf besar ke huruf kecil? How to make it huruf besar?
Text transformation.
Text transform, all right? Text transform uppercase. All right, so that's number 1. And then I don't want the underline. Text decoration none. Yesterday we did text decoration. But we did other kan. We did everything other. Alright, but now dia terbalik text decoration done mean I don't want the underline. I don't want the underline on the font. And then what else? Color. So color, this one you can put for example dark grey maybe. Dark grey. This one normally kena pakai ni lah. Well, tu ni. Well, I will just try my luck. AAA. Alright, I will just try my luck. AAA. No I will just try my luck again. 3333. Boleh lah, alright, boleh. And then the distance, right? The distance margin. This one is margin, right? I want to have space between this thing. So margin. I can put maybe 10px. 10px maybe, alright, 10px. So margin left and right we have, alright. So jadi tengok tak ada 15px maybe. Okay, I think that one should be fine. And then this was your question just now. So thinking about it, actually I tak explain today. So then that's why there is a question lah. So because I forgot to tell you, you can do border. You can also do border top. You can also do border top. Right, so you can do border top. So sama juga So border top. Mana lagi tebal? Up or down lagi tebal? According to the picture. I can't remember the picture. The top is
The top is the ball.
the top is slightly so 3px 5px maybe 5px solid black, and then yang bawah tu dia not that thick so border bottom you can put for example 3px solid black. Ni terlampau ni, terbalik 3px 1px lah. Okay, and then finally add some padding. Atas bawah cukup kan? Atas bawah padding. I can put for example 10px, 0px. Okay, I think it's just nice lah, just nice. Well, with some adjustment lah, right? With some adjustment, but I think we nail it to 90% of it. Right? So that's the style.
Sir, nak tanya boleh?
Boleh?
Yang home tu kan dia punya warna kan warna merah kan? Ke macam mana nak buat tu?
Mana? Home mana warna merah?
Tu kan warna merah tu.
Oh, ini warna merah ya? Ini warna.
So macam mana nak buat yang tu?
Oh, kalau nak buat macam tu biasanya what people will do is ni detail oriented ni. Saya pun tak perasan. Saya dah 4 tahun mengajar tak pernah perasan pun benda tu warna merah. Yang ini detail oriented. Ya, betul tak detail oriented? Dapat J tak ni? You dapat P tak? You dapat P tak? Saya dapat J. Saya bukan detail oriented. Hujung tu mesti P ni je perasan nama benda tu. Saya 4 tahun mengajar. tak pernah perasan pun benda tu J and P. Sorry, saya tak pernah perasan benda merah. So biasanya dia akan buat macam ni class, alright, class active. Dia akan buat macam ni lah, class active. Okay. And then kat sini dia akan buat kat warni dot class, alright, dia buatlah color equals to dia akan buat macam ni lah. Dia akan buat class active color equals to red. Merah ke ni? Class active color equals to red. Sebab color tu kat sini kan. Macam ini A, ini A. Betul lah ni color. Class ni active, sorry, active. Ni dia merah. Biasa buat macam tu lah. Dia buat class and then dia akan masukkan dalam ni. Okay, any other question?
Yeah, I think mine macam salah.
Macam salah? Macam salah banyak ke salah sikit?
Banyak.
Kalau you rasa salah banyak. Actually, what you should do, okay, because how to practice kan? How to practice, what you copy, you not copy lah, right? You do this, yang ini you buat. This one you can follow me. And then once you do this one, try not to look at my answer, but try to use my flow back. So you can ingat just now, I start with the background color because that's a very obvious one. And then I start with the box, alright, because that's the obvious one, alright. And then I play around with the margin, padding, and everything. So I think if you nail the box, okay, benda-benda lain yang kecil tu is just tak apa, right? Macam tadi kan, spacing and everything kan, is just amazing. You just need to nail the big box, the small box, and then play around sampai dia nampak macam tu. So I think if you want, it's up to you If you want to redo kan, HTML tu you ikut je HTML, right? That one you can copy, but then you try to think back from your head macam mana dia buat tadi. I think there is ni nanti I share you something on Slack, something that we call a tutorial hell. Nanti I share with you, but sorry my content is normally on Malay because I target the SPM lah, budak-budak poli and everything but the content is on Malay. Macam I think you saw my YouTube, some of you saw the YouTube and everything is on Malay but actually I target yang benda-benda kat YouTube semua yang bagi free tu I bagi for the ni lah.
My code seems to be the text yang we specialize in the sale and repair tu. It's actually hyperlinked.
Oh, it's a hyperlink. That means that you forgot a closing A somewhere. Macam tadi I terlupa. That's why it's in hyperlink. So double check it.
Okay. Yeah, I checked.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, I have one small exercise for you, but this is not for today. I will just have one. Oh, masa dia hover to rate. Well, actually, that's the that's the question I want to ask. That's the question I want to ask. But I think dia merah kat situ. Because it's an active class. But the question that I want to ask to you is, I want you this one you buat bila-bila and then you push your code and then by and then Friday you let me kalau ada masa you let me know. So when the A is hover, right, change the style, right? For example, underline ke. Right. Biasanya people will put either is underline or change color lah. Just like you saw kan Captain Marvel. So what macam Captain Marvel tu, right? When the mouse appear on the link, alright. So make it jangan letak on kuning lah, right? But put either you change the color or you make it underline. Right? You see like it's quite nice. Okay, any other question? Complete code already. Alright, complete code already there. Okay, you check with the code, can check with the recording. If you need anything else, this Friday we discuss. Right? So you punya cuti dah habis ya. 1 week, first week, second week is actually what we call a cuti week with the HTML and CSS, the cuti week. So next week is going to be JavaScript week. So for those who got T, I think you will like it a lot. Alright, siapa yang dapat TT tadi is logical, alright, so a lot of logical. So imagine the entire day you kena buat benda yang macam sebenarnya matematik tu. It's going to be like that. Alright, so this one try to do as much as possible things yang boleh, extra things that you can do. Next week and next week you will not see JavaScript. Next week you will not see HTML at all. Right, next week you will not see HTML at all. So next 2 weeks you ada tengok sikit lah HTML. Right, next 2 weeks then you will see a little bit. Right, but next week normally no HTML at all. Alright, so try to finish whatever freecodecamp and everything as much as possible, HTML, CSS, so that next week you can really focus on JavaScript for the next 2 weeks. Okay, I will just stop the